Hi, thanks for tuning into another field review from Atomic-Moto. Today we are out on a spectacular Central Oregon day. It rained a lot this week, but it's actually the sun's starting to pop out today, so we've got spectacular dirt. It's hero dirt, and I'm breaking in a brand new helmet from Arai, the VX-Pro4, something that I've been waiting for a very long time. This replaces the VX-Pro3, which is a pretty old design, really needed an upgrade. They spent a lot of time and effort as a company. Went to an Arai seminar recently, and they talked about how much effort they are putting into this helmet in terms of getting it to work really well and to be consistent with Arai standards for quality. But I want to talk to you about how it works out on the motorcycle. Now, the first thing is to talk about the fit, which is something that Arai is really known for. Now, past off-road helmets, to me, have felt like Arai carried their same sort of style and design language and specking from their road helmets into the off-road line. I mean, they had really rich plush interiors that tended to be hot. Not this one. The liner on this helmet is actually nice and cushy and has lots of passageways for ventilation. And so when you put it on in the showroom and when you put it on out in the motorcycle after you've warmed up a little bit, it still feels great. Another thing about the fit that is really important, Arai describes this as a medium oval. The previous VX-Pro3 was a medium oval. These two fit completely different. This is a much longer shape front to back and fits much better. It's the best fitting Arai off-road helmet, maybe the best fitting Arai helmet for me personally. The other cool thing about the fit, and it's really hard to describe, so I'll do my best here, is many helmets, when you put them on, you feel like they're sitting up on top of your head, and they don't feel like they sit down all the way. And that's a really frustrating feeling, never goes away. This one is the complete opposite. When you put on the Arai, it drops way down, and your head feels like it's sitting deeply inside, and you're completely covered. It's a very reassuring sensation. Hard to describe here, but when you put this on, you just go, oh man, this thing is the coverage. I just fit in it terrifically. And so that's fantastic. I'm speaking to ventilation. The previous VX-Pro3 didn't really vent that well. This one is a night and day difference from that. It is not as good as, in my opinion, the class-leading helmet, the Climb F4, but it's pretty close to my my Suomi MX Jump, which is a helmet I like quite a bit, and it actually is much better than the Shoei VFX, which is something that I tried also. If you're looking for premium helmets, you can't help but compare those two, and this is frankly much better for ventilation and in general. The weight of it, it's a little bit higher than we wish it would be. Oh, there goes a deer. The weight of it was a little bit higher than we wish it would be. But actually, when you have it on, partly because of that sensation of it really sitting all around you, that kind of goes away. Another really cool thing about this is the noise factor. This is by far the quietest off-road helmet that I have ever used, I have ever worn, by a wide margin. It's quieter than some road helmets. I'm surprised at that. That's a really important thing. You still hear the exhaust, but that wind noise, that whistling, that you tend to get on off-road helmets, you don't really get on this. That's a fantastic thing, especially if you're doing long days like I sometimes do, and I know a lot of you guys do. That noise can be really fatiguing. What else? How does it fit with goggles? Well, these are my 100% Accuracy goggles, and they fit in there nicely. A little bit snug. This. Let me pull this out of the way here. There's a little bit of contact. You just have to get it over behind that little chin strap. Sorry, let me see if I can get this in place. That little nose piece here, this little nose bridge. The goggles sit in. Sorry about that delay there. Goggles sit in just behind that, but really it's a nice look. It fits in there very well. And maybe there's a better shot. It's interesting because we try a lot of helmets, and we're judging off-road helmets on a sort of different scale than you would most on road helmets. So one of the things you tend to do is, not really think so much about the quality, it's how well they vent and how light they are, and really that's the kind of the main two drivers. It is refreshing. It is awesome, in fact, to find a helmet that actually you put on and it just screams quality. That's really kind of the beginning, middle, and end point of any video about Arai helmets, and it's something that we haven't been able to discuss regarding their off-road line. This thing, when you put it on, it just feels like an awesome piece of equipment, like a high-end Italian-made boot, or a really nice aluminum machine steering damper or something. This is just an outstanding piece of equipment, and in that regard, I don't mean that it's a little bit better than everyone else. I mean that there's Arai, there's these guys, and there's everyone else. So that's our quick wrap up on the field review of the Arai VX-Pro4. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to get back out to riding. Hope to see you out on the bike.